Hello dear students, today we shall study in class 6 civics chapter. Your chapter is key elements of a democratic government. First of all, you know that democracy is the government of the people, for the people and by the people. You know that democracy is of two types. First, direct democracy. Second, representative democracy. It is also known as indirect democracy. Indirect democracy is most popular form of democracy because there are so many countries in the world who has large population like India, USA, Australia, Belgium, France, Germany, etc. And direct democracy is possible only the country who has less population, like Switzerland in Europe. What is direct democracy? In this democracy, in this form of government, people directly participate in the governance of the country, and it is famous in Switzerland. Still about 150 years this form of government is going on there. And representative democracy, which is also known as indirect democracy, in this form of government, people elect leaders who take decisions on their behalf. It means that people elect representatives who go to the parliament or state legislative assembly and they make law for the state. This is popular form of government of democracy in the world. And now we shall discuss key elements of democratic government. What are the key elements? What are the main features of democratic government in the world? First of all, universal adult franchise. It is the most important feature of democracy. As you know that what is franchise? Franchise means right to vote in the election. In India, if any person who has the age of 18 years has a right to vote in the election. Again, you see that the person whose background is criminal background, who are insane or unsound mind, who has bankrupt, is denied to give vote in election. So, universal franchise is the most important feature of democratic government. In our country, every 5 years there is the provision of election, and in this election people can re-elect the present government or replace the present government by new government. So, in democracy, power lies in the hands of people. It is people who change the government. So, it is the people's government. Now, second point, key elements of democracy is people's participation. In this government, people participate. As I have told you, people participate in election to change the government, and people also participate like they rallies, they also demonstrate, they have right to criticize the policies of the government. So, people have all the power to criticize, to condemn the policies of the government, and it is the government in power has to think the public opinion, what is going on. Now, number 3, element of democracy is resolving conflicts. In democracy, conflicts are resolved non-violently, peacefully. So, we see that there is many disputes in our country regarding water dispute, also Kaveri water dispute between 3 states of India like Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Kerala and a union territory Puducherry. These states have the conflicts over Kaveri water disputes. So, our Supreme Court has given the resolution to decide the conflict, but unfortunately Kaveri water dispute is still in our country. Now, the last and not the least feature of democracy is equality and justice. Equality and justice are the main feature of democracy. Without equality, there is no democracy. What is equality? Equality means all are equal before law. No one is above the law. Whether he may be the President of India, whether he may be the farmer, all are equal before law. And in our country, equality has been given. All people has to say in the government, whether they belong to low caste, whether they belong to women, they belong to minority, they have equality in our country. It is fundamental right of human beings in our country. No government can deprive any person of equality. There is, next point is justice. Justice is very important in democracy. Where there is equality, there is justice. If there is no equality, there will be no justice. Justice means economic justice, social justice, political justice. Political justice we have got because the government has provided universal adult franchise to all persons, irrespective of caste, color, sex, status, color, race, no discrimination on the basis of these. It is political justice. Economic justice means wealth in the country, in the state should be equally divided. There should be no person who die of starvation. The tears of each person should be wiped out in democracy. If any person has problem, then democracy is not successful. All should have power, all should have life with dignity. And social justice, you know that our government, our constitution has abolished untouchability, because you know that untouchability is slur on the face of Indian society. It has damaged our society for a long time. Mahatma Gandhi, B.R. Ambedkar, Dayanand Saraswati, Raja Ram Mohan Rai, Jyotiba Phule, and many others fought for this social evil, but unfortunately it is still prevalent in our country. I am discussing untouchability. You know that untouchability is slur on the face of Indian society. It has damaged our society, our country. It has divided our country. Our country has been weak for this evil. So it must be uprooted from the root. So we should, the youth, every citizen has to strive for removing the evil, because only law is not sufficient to eradicate any social evil. Thank you. We shall discuss next chapter.